Congressman Ryan, your response to what Donald Trump went to Ohio to say about you?
Well, I agree with them. I do talk about fight for the worker. I mean, that's been the history of my career. And we've got a long record of delivering for workers in my community and across the country. So, just look at the rescue package where 92% of Ohio families are going to get a tax cut to help their kids. There's 40,000 Teamsters are going to get their pension made whole. They were going to have their pension cut in half to three-quarters. And Sherrod Brown and I and others worked really hard to make sure that they're going to be made whole. Money for state and local governments. Now the infrastructure bill, which we will get done. We have significant record of accomplishment around cutting workers on a deal, fighting like hell. And they don't want me in the Senate, Lawrence. Mitch McConnell certainly doesn't. So I need everybody's help. TimForOhio.com. Come pitch in some money, help us get there, because this is going to be a decisive election in Ohio, and we got to make sure that the workers are front and center. And even Donald Trump knows that. So,
were you surprised that Donald Trump took you on personally by name so early in this campaign?
Well, I figured he was going to mention me. I didn't realize he'd spend that much time. I come from outside of Youngstown, Lawrence, and we're not afraid to get in the dust up. And I gave plenty of shots to Donald Trump over the last couple of years when I disagreed with him. And so, now he obviously wants to comment on me. But look, all I can focus on, I think the big takeaway here is, I am laser-like focused on workers, economic security, retirement security, their kids' schools, cutting them in on the deal, fighting like hell for them. And Donald Trump spent his time in Ohio talking about the past, talking about the big lie.
What is the infrastructure package going to mean for Ohio if it gets through the Senate and the House?
Well, it's huge. I mean, it could be huge. Roads and bridges. You hear about the Brent Spence Bridge down in Cincinnati, which would be a huge accomplishment. But really the issue around broadband, you've heard me say it on your show a million times. We have to outcompete China. They're putting 7 to 9% of their GDP into rebuilding their country. And they're doubling down on all of these industries of the future: wind, solar, aerospace, artificial intelligence, additive manufacturing. We need broadband. If we want our businesses to succeed, if we want our kids to be able to compete in the global economy, we've got to make sure in places like Southern Ohio, they have access to broadband. Now they have to go to a McDonald's to download their homework. That is not a way for us to outcompete China when our kids have to do that. So this infrastructure bill is key for our competitiveness because it's going to plug in a lot of these communities. China has 1.3 billion people. We only have 330 million. We need to have everybody on the field playing with the Team USA jersey, and that means infrastructure. So TimForOH.com, Lawrence, help me out. Let's take this fight to the United States Senate and talk about the future of this country and dominating the industries of the future, not talking about the big lie of the past.